Today's project, I'm gonna turn this big piece of walnut into a bowl.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Wolfridge Woodworking. I'm Ed, welcome to my shop. So we've got a beautiful, just look at that grain there, just a stunning piece of walnut. I'm very excited to turn this. It's about 10 inches square and about 3 inches deep. So it's gonna make a beautiful bowl. Kind of what I got in mind is I wanna make just a gradual sloping bowl with a proportional, maybe a third the size of the diameter of the bowl for a foot. So I'm going to be turning a tenon on this rather than a mortise, and I'm going to leave that tenon intact. So it's going to sit on there and almost look like it's floating. But we're not going to stop there. This is where the experiment comes in and where we're going to try to go from an ordinary walnut bowl to an extraordinary walnut bowl. And we're going to take about a 1-inch curved chisel and do some embellishments along the bottom of it so it looks like it's kind of chipped. We're going to experiment with it. Don't know how it's going to turn out, but hey, that's what this channel is all about. So let's get this thing over to the bandsaw, cut it round, get it mounted to the lathe, and let's go have some fun. little wet still. I just checked on the moisture meter and it's about 18%, which I'm surprised. I've had this for a year, but it's had the wax on it. And I think what I got to start doing is taking the wax off the long grain. Leave the end grain sealed, but take off the long grain so that it can dry out a little bit better. So anyway, I don't know what your experience is like, but I'm gonna go in for lunch, but I don't wanna leave it out here and have it crack on me until I'm ready to finish it. So I'm just going to wrap it in some cling wrap. And hopefully that will prevent it from drying out too much. Okay, hopefully that'll take care of it. I think I might just put one of the plastic bags, the grocery bags on it, just to ensure that because right here it's opened up a little bit. So yeah, so I'll do that off camera, but I'll come back after lunch. All right, let's get this plastic off and make sure that it didn't crack on me. Okay, so I got the scale out, so let's see what she weighs. 108.2 grams. Yeah, that's right. 108.2. So I'm gonna put it in the microwave several times, 30 seconds to a minute at a time, let it cool down, and then put it back in and keep measuring it in between to see how much it loses. Alrighty, so it's the next day, and it went from 1,081 grams all the way down to 979 grams this morning, and it was about 19% moisture, and now it's down to depending on where you plug it or test it, anywhere between 8.5 to 9.8. So it lost a lot of weight, a lot of moisture, so it's pretty dry now. So we're gonna get it mounted back up to the chuck, and we're gonna work on getting it trued back up. All right, it's time to sharpen this. So I've got a DMT extra fine here. Doesn't need anything more than that, just to put a little edge back on it. And I'm just going to use Windex as a lubricant. And this isn't a training or tutorial on how to sharpen. It's just how I sharpen this one. So I just rock it. Shall I feel it on that bevel? And I just rock it back and forth. And just trying to feel when a burr comes up on here, a small one, and the small one's getting there. Just going to go a little bit more. I got this little kit that's got the grooved leather here, and it's got a flat one back here. So I'm just going to load it up with some of the compound that came with it. And then I just want to knock that little burr off by taking a few strokes here. Try to get that mirror finish again. Okay. This bowl was a lot of fun to make, and look at that grain inside. It's just amazing, I think. And check out the chip carving on here. I'm really happy with the way that came out. And you know, it's not perfect, but that's okay. It's a handmade bowl. It's not always going to be perfect. But I hope that you can see how that, with just a chisel, you can just take an ordinary bowl and make it extraordinary. And I know I'm using the word extraordinary and some may disagree. That's okay. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I happen to think it looks nice. And I hope that you agree, and if you did, you know, give it a thumbs up. If it was something that you didn't like, give it that thumbs down. But please comment and share it. It really helps the channel out. If you would like to see other projects like this, click over here. If you want to become a subscriber, click up here. Click the bell so that you're notified when I upload a new video. And as always, I wish you and your family a blessed day. Thank you.